Today, I want to talk to you about parenting coordination in Illinois. At Birt Family Law, we accept new parenting coordination clients based upon personal referral of the parents themselves or referrals from family law attorneys, mediators, mental health providers, divorce professionals, and the court system. So, what is parenting coordination? Parenting coordination is an alternative dispute resolution service for parents who are unable to resolve parenting disputes on their own or through the judicial system. Retaining a parent coordinator significantly helps high conflict parents remain out of court, develop workable parenting plans and agreements, and implement parenting strategies for improved co parenting. Developing and implementing these co parenting strategies or agreements greatly reduces the stress and dysfunction for the children and increases keeping both parents active in a child's life. What can you expect from working with a parenting coordinator? Well, my clients that work with me as a parenting coordinator can expect the following. I focus on educating parents about a child's stage of development and the effect on that child due to their high conflict, the divorce, separation, or the child's exposure to the divorce court system. I also focus on teaching and using effective communication skills and parenting conflict resolution techniques. We will focus on ensuring the safety of all family members by regularly screening for impairments to successful co parenting. As a parenting coordinator, I'm also monitoring compliance with divorce or parenting orders, visitation orders, custody orders, or other parenting time agreements. I'm also acting as a binding arbitrator and decision maker if there is an agreement for me to do so. We often will need written consent of the parties and most likely their attorneys if they're still represented by attorneys. I will also help with receiving up-to-date information and providing those up-to-date research or skills that are promoted or other activities that we learn about that can help parents learn effective strategies to co-parent better. And I will also provide referrals within my vetted network for things such as a divorce coach, a divorce financial analyst if it comes to support or allocation of expenses per a court order. You might also attend family mediation, and I can provide you with a referral for that. And if you come to me voluntarily and you're doing this as a private service, but you might need just to bounce some ideas or consult with an attorney, I can also provide you with a family law attorney referral. So, a lot of people ask me, does the parenting coordinator help draft documents? Well, I can draft certain documents. And what I do in my services as parenting coordinator, I draft and provide the parents that I work with a monthly or annual parenting schedule analysis, if that is something that we can complete. They will also get a complete calendar with a color coded label so that you can visualize what your schedule or modification to your schedule might look like. However, it's very important to know that those services are going to be based on your court orders. So, as a parenting coordinator, I don't change or help you change parenting time. I don't help you change parenting decision making responsibilities, but I can help you visualize if there needs to be some tweaks that perhaps you can do by agreement, or I can take your written order and put it into that color coded calendar system so that we can all have a visual illustration of what we're working with when we're starting to work on any of those day to day issues that you may have. Now, I can definitely also help with drafting clarification orders or summary of agreements for any of your established parenting plan or visitation orders or custody or parenting responsibility agreements. Um, those can then be used by the parents or their attorneys for court entry to help manage litigation and some of the associated court costs. So, what are some things that a parenting coordinator can help with? So, a parenting coordinator can help facilitate, educate, and mediate the day to day issues that cause conflict. For instance, we will help the parents focus on the time, place, and manner for the pickup or drop off of the children. It can be disputes regarding the extent and nature of a child's participation in existing educational or extracurricular activities, including the payment of those expenses. We can also focus on minor alterations of parenting time or non-parent visitation accommodations, such as time with extended family. We can also focus on make-up parenting time if permitted per your court order or agreement. We can also focus on holiday scheduling or transitions between households for holidays. We can focus on discipline and problematic behavior issues between households. We can also focus on health and personal care issues to ensure that you're in compliance with your parenting orders or your parenting agreements. And I also then focus on any specific issue that might be assigned to me by the court or agreed to by the co-parents that does not exceed those day-to-day decision-making responsibilities. For example, I cannot help you modify significant decision-making responsibilities such as joint custody versus sole custody, the old terms we used to use, or one parent being able to decide all of the religious, education, or medical responsibilities. I can't help you change that, but I can help you facilitate communication within your existing court orders. If you need to change some significant things, you might be referred back to mediation or to your attorney. But parenting coordination can set the stage for those discussions. People will always ask me, what are the costs and fees of parenting coordination? Well, every parenting coordinator and every court order might be different that assigns those fees. But for my private sessions, I charge typically $17.50 per person. And then I also work $300 per hour. Now, those rates may change, so I ask you just to contact us to see, or check your court order to see if those amounts are different. But we send our clients detailed monthly invoices, and we accept credit cards, cash, personal checks. We also have family law financing through client credit. So how do we get started? If you're not located in Illinois, but you wish to have a private service, both parents will need to agree and both parents will have to sign a private consent agreement. We will be working specifically on issues that do not change your legal circumstances if you are out of state. In Illinois, if your case has been in court and a court order is prepared or signed by the parties, we get started once my office receives that court order. We can also be contacted by parents or attorneys that are in the court system to ask us about my availability, and I will then provide a court order template if your attorney or your particular county does not have a standing parenting court order form. So the parties and the attorneys just then need to submit that order as an agreed order to the court for the judge's signature. And once my office receives a copy of the signed order, we'll provide you with the next steps. Typically, we start scheduling regular check-ins so that I can learn what the issues are and help you with some of those co-parenting strategies. If your case is not in court, but it has been perhaps in the past, you can still submit an agreed order to the court memorializing your agreement to use a parenting coordinator. Now, if you've never been in court, contact us to discuss an alternative service. We will, at a minimum, ask to meet with both parents, and you will sign a service contract before we get started. And also, again, both parents will then sign a private consent agreement to participate in private parent coordination services. So if you're ready to start or you're interested in learning more about how parenting coordination services can help you co-parent better, please contact our office and we'll set you for a free 15-minute introductory telephone call with one of our team members. You can also fill out our contact form at birtlaw.com and somebody will get back to you as soon as possible. Due to the increasing need for regular communication for parenting matters, I regularly meet with people in person, remotely, or via telephone. We know how busy parenting can be. My team understands that we all have various obligations, especially for our children. And so we try to save our parents time when possible by offering remote or virtual appointments. So if you need any assistance, please reach out to us at 630-891-2478 or at birtlaw.com, and we'd be happy to talk with you.